Hi there, everyone. Sorry about that. For some reason, it's only recording in 10-minute increments, so this will be a couple of videos here. Every episode from now on for this week will most likely be in 10-minute increments or less, so I'll probably just be doing one video per story, just to eliminate any sort of complications or anything like that. So I'm going to continue talking about what I was discussing earlier, which was the studio intention, or Robert Downey Jr.'s intention on why he could potentially be coming back for Iron Man. And it would have to deal with it could potentially deal with the fact that the studio would be willing to back any projects that he's currently having trouble getting financed, or that the studios may not really want to utilize because it may be considered too much of a risk. There's still a lot of speculation as to what could be involved in this, but right now we're kind of almost reading a little bit too much into what he said, because all he said was that essentially he's open to the possibility of talking about returning to the character of Iron Man. So we don't have any official confirmation. Most likely release date would be the May 2018 or 2019 release. I'm going to assume that Phase 3 will be the first phase without an Iron Man film. At least that's my hope. I hope that we get a break from Iron Man and give him that 6-year hiatus, if it is the 2019 release. To give him a 6-year hiatus to allow him to be part of an ensemble, instead of giving him his own film, and really allowing some of the other characters that Marvel has to be able to come out, like I said, like the Inhumans, like a Guardians sequel, which I'm hoping that it does include the Hulk, like what people are talking about. Kevin Feige came out and said that, no, this is official, we're not doing this. And to me, whenever a studio head comes out right after a story has been talked about and officially denies it, instead of just letting it go, if it's nothing, they usually let it go. If it is something and they want to keep it quiet, they officially come out and say, we're not doing that at all. Like Frank Marshall did that a couple of months ago with the Jason Bourne being in Bourne 5. He came out officially and said, nope, that's not happening at all. Like, it's almost like they get scared and they panic and they have to say, no, that's not what we're doing, so that we're kind of more surprised when it comes out. But more than likely, more information about this will be revealed on Saturday. We're not going to get any Iron Man information on Saturday. We're only going to get, we're going to probably get Captain America 3's title. We're going to get the official announcement for Doctor Strange in the July release date, July 8th, 2016. They're probably going to give us the Thor title and its official release date. And that most likely will be it in terms of the official announcements that we actually get, unless they say, and movies coming out later but not giving us the release dates are Inhumans, Guardians 2, all this, that, and the other thing, although they're probably not going to announce Guardians 2 before Guardians comes out, because even though the press screening has already happened and it got great word of mouth, it hasn't been released yet, so audience perception has not favored that. And we've seen before where critics rave about a movie and no one goes and sees it. Most notably was Edge of Tomorrow. That was the most recent one that came out, where everyone loved it. Everyone who saw it loved it, but no one went and saw it. So we're going to have to wait and see the official tallies of Guardians of the Galaxy's numbers before we can make any more assumptions. All right, so the next topic that I have to talk about here is Sony talking about Sinister Six. So within the last week, there's been a lot of rumors circulating that the Sinister Six project from Sony is dead, that they're not moving ahead with it anymore after the so-called failure of Amazing Spider-Man 2. A lot of people say that, how can it be a failure? It made like $750 million worldwide. When you factor in the movie had a $200 million, I think it was either $190 million or $200 million price tag, just for the production budget. The marketing budget is rumored to have been the same, with the largest marketing budget ever conceived for a film. So that doubles the production budget, the budget in total, for almost $400 million, which means they probably had to make 6 to 650 minimum just to break even. So it's not really a financial success like they've been hoping. And a lot of people were assuming that it could have been dead in the water. Not the case. Sony has officially set the release date of November 11th, 2016 for the release of Sinister Six. They haven't given a release date for Venom, but we still know that Venom is on the way, being directed by Alex Kurtzman. But Drew Goddard is actually the one who's going to be in charge of doing the Sinister Six movie. Still no word yet on who's going to be the lineup, but you can bet, you can pretty much bet that it's going to be Doc Ock, Green Goblin. There's going to be Vulture, Rhino. I'm assuming either Kraven the Hunter and Mysterio, or Kraven the Hunter and Black Cat. Those are my assumptions for that. But on top of that, They've also pushed Amazing Spider-Man 3 from its 2016 release, which was originally in June, all the way to the Amazing Spider-Man 4's original release date of May 4th, 2018, which ironically coincides with either the Avengers 3 or another unannounced Marvel film that's going to be coming out. But both of those films have that date right now. It's another Captain America 3, Batman v Superman situation. So I wonder what's actually going to happen there. But more than likely, they're doing this to reshape the universe that they are creating. Instead of using the Amazing Spider-Man 2 as a launching pad, they've now kind of abandoned that, and they're going to use Sinister Six as a launching pad, because some of the villains that are going to go into, or that are going to be coming out of that film, that are going to survive that film, are going to be implemented in Amazing Spider-Man 3. Amazing Spider-Man 3, most likely dealing with the effects of that, are going to introduce the Venom symbiote, and then that's going to lead into Venom, which is then going to precede Amazing Spider-Man 4 sometime in the future. Sony looks to have abandoned their one Spider-Man film a year template in lieu of the Amazing Spider-Man 2's critical and audience reception, the negative aspects of that. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happened, and I don't think that we're going to get any Sony announcements in terms of Spider-Man at Comic-Con, although they could surprise us. I still am unaware as to that. But check back here. When you, if something does come out, or if something does come out, I will definitely talk about it on the show. But as it stands right now, this is all we know about Sinister Six and Sony's Spider-Man universe plans as of right now. As I stated earlier on in the episode, I am keeping these videos fairly short just because it's unable to record for a certain length of time. So check back in a little bit for the next installment of Coming Soon, Movie News with Niklsun. You can click the subscribe button below the video here. As you can see, I don't have my normal graphic. You can also follow me on Twitter at Niklsun, Niklsun. Whenever something is posted from Comic-Con, I will definitely be sharing it on Facebook, as well as our Facebook page, facebook.com/movie news with Niklsun. Check back on both of those sites there for your movie news information. Until later on today, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.